Hello everyone, welcome to the social media clone project again. Now let's go ahead and try running our application or website and see if there is any debugging that we need to do. I'm sure we have made typos, mistakes along the way, so let's see how we can actually fix those. We also need to make sure we do our migrations and double check our settings.py file so that the application that we just created, groups and posts are actually inside that settings.py file. So let's get started. And here I am back at the editor. So under simple social project, open up settings.py and then I am going to scroll down to the installed apps. And I want to make sure that we add in the group app that we have made as well as the post app. So we'll save that. And I also want to make sure that we do the migrations. So I'm going to clear my console or close if you are on Windows and then say python manage.py. So make sure I'm in the right one. See the two simple social python manage.py and then I'm going to type migrate. So it should complain and we'll run that. Okay, so it complains what? So we are going to do is say python manage.py make migrations and we'll start off with groups. So hit enter and then we also do python manage.py make migrations and then we'll do post, hit enter, and then finally we'll say python manage.py migrate and then it's ready to go. So now let's actually try running this and see if we need to debug anything. So we'll say python manage.py run server, then hit enter. Okay, so it looks like it's running. So go to our browser and yeah, in my browser everything looking like it's functioning. So let's actually log in and see if we can create a new group and then create a new post in it. So I will log in. So actually, so let's sign up just to make sure everything's working. So I will sign up as a name Jose. So my email address just be this jose@gmail.com. That's not uh, real email address. So don't bother whoever that this and say test password. Test the password and then sign up. Now I am going to log in, username, password, test password, login, and it says now we are logged in. Great. So I have this create group. So let's try creating a group, and I hit on that. I actually we have not linked that yet, so we still need to on our actual navigation bar make sure that's working. So that's something we can add in. So So in our editor, I will open up the base.html file here. That's the one that actually has a navigation bar, and let me collapse my directory. So in this base.html, make the navigation bar. So I have all these kind of missing links. So let's add those in first. The URL for post is just going to be URL post create, and then for groups it's going to be let's put the template tag here, urls, so groups, okay, and then for create groups it's going to be groups create, and then let's also fix this one. So as we will say groups and that will be url. Okay, so groups also the list of all the groups will come. Save that. Now let's hop back over here and refresh this page. And now I have a syntax error. So it says groups create expected elif, else, or and if. Did you forget to register or load this tag? So let's make sure it was actually groups create for the groups creation page. I'm going to hop back over and make sure I fix that. So Here I am saying groups create and looks like I forgot to type in URL. So now I am going to save that and we will refresh again. Okay, so it looks like post is not a registered namespace. So what does that actually mean? Well, it says error during template rendering based on HTML line 29. So if I come over here, it says post create, it's not valid. So let's make sure that in our urls.py file have actually defined post as the app name. So hop back over here, open up my directory cherry under post, and I will open up urls.py. Looks like my app name is registered. So now let's make sure we have create registered. It looks like that's working as well, which means it may be an issue with the urls.py file in the project level. So let's go over to your py at our project level, and if I scroll down here, it looks like I still don't have the groups and post links. So that's definitely something I need to add in. It's a good thing where the buggy now, and hopefully this is kind of obvious to you as kind of went along here. So we'll do comma add in url, and now it's time to register post. So we'll say using regular expression caret post, and essentially just linking to the actual post. So so we will say include, and I'm going to include post urls, and then let's give it a namespace, which is essentially what it was complaining about. So this was the error that we were getting, and it was not complaining about the other posts. And let's add one more here for the groups. So we'll say caret, and this you can refer to ChatGPT, and you can correct these URL into path method. So groups forward slash, and then I am going to include groups URLs, and then give a namespace equal to groups, and I will save that. Okay, so so that's perfect. Now let's try again. You can see auto restarted for us. So we come back over here, refresh the page. Now I'm logged in. It look good. It's hit on groups and it says welcome back, Josh. So thanks. That's looking good. Groups, welcome to the groups page. Then a kind of an plus sign, but it says create new group. Obviously we can add more css styling to make that look better. Let's try hitting create group here. Make sure that works though, so that works, it will work as well. So I'm going to go back that space and make sure this button works as well, and it looks like you are taking us to the same group, new group. So that's looking good. We'll say first group, and that description will be my first group, and I hit create. It looks like we have an issue here, and it says group's name reverse is not defined. So hopefully by now you kind of realize I probably forgot to import reverse somewhere, and somewhere along the line I need a reverse call, and I probably called it but did not actually import it because it says name reverse is not defined. So let's go back and make sure in our groups file where we are actually having that create group view, we import it reverse. So we'll come back. So coming back to my actual editor, I can now see if I expand my command line here, that I get this name error, name reverse is not defined, and going up. So it actually tells me where it's coming from. It's coming from simple social groups models.py line 30 and get absolute URL. So that's probably where the issue is. And so let's go ahead and find that model file. It's not in views. So we are going to scroll down a little bit, come over to models.py, and then over here is where we are actually going to see if we can fix that mistake. So over in line 30, it says if we scroll down, return reverse. So it looks like we just forgot to import reverse. So now we'll come back up here and we'll say from django.core.url resolvers import reverse. So we will now save that, and it looks like it's running uh, again. Come back up here, go back, and then I'm going to refresh this page and let's try a second group. and we'll label description second try create. All right. So now back at the page, after refreshing, it looks like our group was created. Now the font is actually really large here. That's because I'm zoomed in 200%. So keep that in mind. A lot of things that we do with Bootstrap might look a little strange here just because I'm zoomed in so much to make sure you guys can see clearly. But we have the second group. Remember, count is 0. So let's try to join the groups and see if it is worked. I joined it and now the member count is 1, and let's leave, see if that works. And it looks like we have a problem with leave. So it says name models is not defined. So over here we are saying models, groups, members, object filters, and that's in the views.py file of our groups. So it looks like we forgot to import models or do something with our actual views.py file inside a group. So let's head over and make sure we actually imported the group models. So we'll come back on over here, and this is the views.py file, and what I need to do is all I need to say is from dot import models, save that. Now let's head back and refresh this page, and it looks like we are still getting leave groups. So it's definitely misspelled something here. So that should have been W. So again, we'll come back over here and let's see if we can search for that. Then we go. So should be that should be okay. So save that and make sure that there is double stress here as well. And we'll come back, refresh this page. And now remember, it's count 0. So let's try joining again. Now let's try leaving again. So it looks like it's working perfect. Now there is no post in the group yet, so let's try posting something. I will click on post and say this is my first test post exclamation point, and under group we are going to just to assign this to second group post. All right, now we get this error that says user post object has no attribute post, and the fact that it's saying has no attribute. Remember, you call attribute with a lot or a period, meaning probably somewhere along the line. I'm calling that post of something where I really shouldn't be doing that. And it says right here it's under simple social post views.py in line 28. So let's add back to views.py, and under post views.py here it is. I am going to take a look at this line number 28. So I can see here I am saying try shell post user equals a user object. Really what I should have been doing is assigning this. So here I said self post underscore user, and that's actually what I mean to do in the line 28 basically. So creating this attribute object or editing this attribute object of post user. So now that's I have saved that, and let's head it back over and refresh the page. It looks like Josh, I can see this my post test post, and it's just says delete here. So let's try that. So going to try delete, and it looks like template does not exist. Post delete one post uh, based on HTML. So somewhere along the line we are getting a failure for post underscore base. So it says this template does not exist. So let's head back and figure that out. I'm going to hop back and over and here, and let's confirm that we do have a post underscore base. So that looks good. Meaning over here on the confirmed delete, probably something is happening here that's wrong, and it says extend post post HTML. It looks like I have double quotes there. So let's delete those, save it, and then try again, see if that fixes the issue. And there we go. So it was just an issue of accidentally having double quotes there, and that extends call. So it says now you are sure you want to delete this post. Let's try it. Confirm delete. It looks like messages and not defined. That probably means I did not import messages. So that's under views.py in line 70 again, and over post views.py line 70. If you take a look at it messages success, and I forgot to import that, so say from Django, and I believe it's from contrib import message say that. So come back here and I'm going to refresh this, continue, and it looks like it deleted that post, but let's try again. Let's make sure that's working for us. If I hit groups, I see all the groups. I will come to first group. I will join that group, and then I'm going to post the first group this time. So let's see if this is working, and let's put this the first group and post it. Okay, so let's see it's working. Okay, I'm going to delete this. Are you sure you want to delete this post? Let's see if it's working. Confirm delete. And it looks like they deleted it now. Right now what's happening is the redirect is probably not working of the delete, so we should definitely check that as well. And if you notice of the post, it looks like the date or timestamp was not working as well. So I'm going to have to actually join it, and let's post. So I'm going to say uh, just blah blah group, second group post. And now if I take a look at the groups, uh, I can see the second group has one post, so looks like the counting is working. And then it says right here at this post, and if I hit my post, so if I actually want to delete this, it looks like it's working. So I'm going to cancel and see that it redirects here. So it looks like we are able to post, but notice that we are not getting a lot of the functionality we thought we were going to get. Things like the date that the post was created at, or my JOS. Is not actually linking to the my profile, and it's probably because we forgot to put some things either on the particular template page or one of the template it extends from or injects info. So let's go back to our editor, and you will notice that for this page that would have been the user post page or the post confirm delete. If we go back, this is post by Joes number 3. So is actually the post detail page, so post underscore detail. If we take a look at it, it's essentially just inject underscore post html, meaning all the issues are probably with underscore post dot html. So again, coming back here, I'm getting some issues at Joe's. I expect that to be clicking. I expect this to probably say at Joe's instead of just Joe's. I don't know what this is doing there. So still some problems here. Let's come back, and this page is directly what we are looking at, since there should not be any problems here. So it's just about 5 lines of code. It's probably all in underscore post HTML. So we'll go to underscore post that HTML and add some stuff in here. Let me collapse directly for more space. It looks like we actually forgot to add in the text for these anchor text, which was probably a big oversight. So let's do that now. Underneath media heading, these anchor text, this should be probably have something since they are linking to something. So we'll say it, and then this will be the username. And so we'll say post user dot username, save that, and let's go back and see if that affected something. Okay, so there I see at Joe's, and I don't really want this double Joe's there. So we'll come back here and then let's get rid of this. So post user, post username, I'm going to just comment that out because I feel like I don't really need it now. So there we go. So let's look a little better. Come back up here, and looks like the time is not actually posting. So let's do something there as well. We'll insert here. So inject post, create it at, remember that was that property of what time it was created at, save it, and I'm seeing I'm going to refresh. Okay, so looks like we have a creation that Joe That's looking good. So we see that we still have this weird floating around. And if I refresh, it's still there, but I can see that it's after the delete button. So let's try to confirm that it's underscore post or if it's actually in the user post list. So coming back here, if I type something outside of this, so this is outside underscore post, save that and then refresh this page. Looks like that happens first. So outside underscore post, which means this is not part of the injection itself. So that means the problem is not actually in underscore post HTML. So I will save that and it should have been under user post list. So clicking on user post list, I can see include and that's it. So looks like the software was right here the whole time. Delete that, save that. So come back here, refresh the page, and now that's is going looking good. If I come back to Star Social, that takes me to welcome to Star Social. So I can see a list of groups, first group, second group, and it looks like everything is working. So let's try creating a new user, going through all the actions and then verifying that everything is working. I will log out. It says, thanks for visiting, come back soon. Let's hit sign up. Actually, before we do that, let's see if we can view the groups without being logged in. That's looking good. First group, no post in this group yet. At the group post over here. There is one post in second group and there is the post itself that's looking pretty good. Then I'm going to sign up. So we'll sign up as a new underscore user new at gmail.com. This will be test password and first password, then sign up. After confirming password. So I have new underscore user and I believe this same password is what I have used in earlier. So we'll just log in now. It says I'm logged in. Perfect. I'm going to try to create a group and this will take me to new group. Just make it really great, brand new and hit enter. Okay. So my new group member count no post in this group yet. So again I'm pretty zoomed in here, so that's why it looks little weird. I'm going to join my own group and then let's try posting it. So this is the first post in new group, and then I will go to my new group, hit post, and here there it is. This is the first post in new group, new user, and if I hit on new user, it takes me to essentially the same page. So let's try exploring. If I go to groups, the second group that had a post by Joe's, let's try clicking Joe's and now I can see Joe's profile. So essentially it's like this profile or Twitter feed and I can see whatever post that this person has done. Perfect. So it looks like all our functionality is working. Coming up next, all we have to do is set up our CSS files to make it kind of give this a nice look. Okay.